So if you were using actual, like something quinoa or rice or whatever that needs to be cooked for a normal amount of time, that's where you would start. So I'm gonna start my quinoa right now. Since you don't, you can go ahead and open up your chicken and start putting whatever spices you'd like on it. I'm just gonna do salt, garlic, onion, and oregano on mine. Oh my gosh, she's scared me.
My sister's here. She's just
Michelle,
Yeah. So what kind of like bowl should I just like you put everything in a large bowl or
okay, so you can start your chicken.
okay.
So chicken is up first. So
Oh, I have like already pre-made chicken.
oh, look at you! You are so easy. You're gonna make me work here by myself. So let me get this going, and then I'm gonna go through the whole thing just because other people are gonna be going through it too.
Yeah.
Just 1 sec, and then I'll get going. And
okay, no problem. Yeah.
If I start, beautiful. Okay. So then after you get the quinoa going, if you were doing it with like quinoa or rice that you need to actually cook, after you're done with that starting, then you're gonna open up your old chicken, unless you're really smart like Moon and bought pre-made chicken. The only thing to worry about with that pre-made chicken is the sodium levels. Just depending on which of the pre-made chickens you got, the sodium levels can get kind of up there. I cook my chicken breast in butter. You can cook yours in butter or in olive oil, you know, whatever works for you. I like the flavor of butter the best. And I'm also super lazy, so I typically will just like put them in the pan and then spice them. These are really, really, really thin sliced. So they cook super fast. So you see if I pull it out, look how thin the slices are. They're like corny asada meat. So these will cook really fast. It'll take maybe 5 minutes to cook, and I'll get all of this cooked probably before I'm done with my salad. So since you already have your chicken and everything, you can start washing your veggies.
So how long is the salad good for?
So with the vinegar, with the rice vinegar in it, it typically lasts in our fridge for maybe 3. On the 4th day, it's still edible, but it's
not as
pretty. It tastes good. It just isn't as pretty. Yeah. I didn't have rice vinegar this weekend, so I made it without rice vinegar. And it showed me just how important that vinegar is, because I opened it up the next day and it was like, what? Okay. So definitely vinegar, whether it's rice vinegar or red wine vinegar, whatever, use that vinegar because it helps preserve the veggies and stuff. I'm just gonna peel my cucumber. Might be easier on like potatoes or something. Okay, so when you cut the cucumber, you just want to cut it in slices and then quarter the slices.
Okay. So I'm just gonna peel it first.
Yes, if you want to. My kids will not eat cucumber with peel on it, so I peel it. But if you like peel,
I like it peeled.
Yeah.
So when you eat the salad like tomorrow, for example, do you heat it or you just eat it cold?
Do I eat what cold?
The salad.
Cold?
Yeah. Do you eat it like the next day? Do you heat it when you eat it?
No, this is a cold salad.
Okay.
Sometimes I heat the chicken. And put it in the salad, like depending on if it's like a cold day or. I have done that, which I thought like the first time I did it, I was like, this is so weird, but I'm gonna try it anyway. And it actually is pretty good having the warmth of the chicken with the coldness of the salad. Hopefully you love it. Like this is a staple in our house. It's been like the easiest way and so cheap to get veggies and lunch, and like this is what my kids take for lunch is this stuff, and they love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, like find like healthy staples that my kids can eat and that we can enjoy as well.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that too is going to be just like trial and failure, kind of
Yeah.
tweaking things. Because it took me a while before I found this and discovered that they love the heck out of it.
Do you quarter the
But
cucumbers? Do you quarter the cucumbers? Cut it in
yes,
quarters? Okay.
yeah. So slice it and then cut them in each of the slices in quarters.
Okay.
And then the apple I cut in quarters, and then I just cut it in like small bite-sized pieces.
For the apples, okay.
Yeah.
Do you peel the apples too?
I do not know.
Sounds good.
You went down for a nap.
I haven't eaten a cucumber in so long. It's really yummy.
I love them. What I just found inside of my bell pepper?
What is that?
A little baby bell pepper guy.
Aw, so cute.
Wonder what it tastes like.
Wow. Nice. Alma? That's so creepy.
No, it's
Oh,
right here.
I-
I'm sitting on it.
Oh, I was like, that's so creepy.
I was like, where is it coming from? That's funny. Whoops. Oh my God, be quiet, Elna.
It's kind of creepy, right? Like, what if you're sleeping in the middle of the night and you just hear like, oh no.
How far apart from each other do you guys live?
Oh, Michelle's like living with my parents right now, and they're right across the street.
Across the street?
Yeah, like literally right across the street. So very close.
I'm super jealous. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's nice.
No, so she got this quick. She got to your house quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Michelle got some PRs this morning.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Good. Chicken butt. Alright, so my chicken is pretty much done. You guys have your shredded chicken, but if you do use like chicken breast in the future, which is going to be definitely a less expensive route and lower sodium, you're going to let your chicken settle for a little bit before you cut it. So I'll pull it out of the pan and let it set until I'm done cutting up my veggies, and then I'll cut it up.
How small should the apples be cut up?
So for me, I kind of like smaller bites because I like having multiple different things in my mouth at the same time. So I cut them like, I cut each quarter in 3, and then my pieces are like this big.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Got it.
But if you make them bigger, like the bigger the pieces, the less multiple things you'll have in your mouth at a time, you know, like I like having like bell pepper, cucumber, and apple all at the same time. An
Yeah.
explosion of flavor, if you will. This is also a really good salad to put chopped up spinach in.
To put what in?
Chopped up spinach, like if you chop it up small.
Mm.
I forgot to put it on there because Parker refuses to eat, even no matter how small I cut it up, no matter what I put it in, like he refuses to eat spinach. I don't know what he's doing.
That's true. I thought at first I thought you said chocolate spinach. What's that?
You're like, what is this thing you haven't told me about?
I'm like, I'll try chocolate spinach.
I got 6 minutes left on my quinoa.
So do you eat this for lunch every day?
A lot of times I don't eat it for lunch every day. Like sometimes I'll eat it for a snack with lunch. Sometimes it will be my lunch with, you know, a nice big serving of it. The kids have it for lunch every day at school. And oftentimes they have it when they get home from school as their snack when they get home.
Mhm.
And we have it with dinner often. It's actually we kind of eat the salad a lot.
Mhm.
Nice, 'cause it's like so cheap, so easy to make. and Pretty,
Yeah.
pretty darn balanced.
Seems like it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah. And especially like depending on whether you use it for sides or you use it for like the entire meal, like so for lunch, I'd have like a big hunting serving of this.
Mhm.
But when you use it just as snacks, it goes a really long way.
Mhm. Yeah. And then how do you cut up the bell peppers? Like similar size to the apple?
Yeah, yeah. So I was using the miniature bell peppers and I like just had this, you know, brilliant thought like yesterday or the day before. I'm like, it takes me a million years to cut up these little tiny baby bell peppers. Why don't I just get big bell peppers?
Yeah.
This was the first time I've used the big bell peppers and it was much easier.
How long did it take you to get into your like meal prepping routine?
It's kind of morphed
Yeah.
over the last 10-15 years. When I first started meal prepping, I would do the like all day Saturday, we would just meal prep all day so that we got everything ready to go. Both Ryan and I worked outside of the home though. So
Mhm.
we had to have everything prepped and ready to go. But that just made us bonkers. Like number one, I don't like cooking.
Mhm.
And to spend all day Sunday cooking was just like, so
Yeah.
I feel like no matter what you end up doing, if you are annoyed by the process every time you do it, it's not
Yeah.
gonna stick.
Yeah.
So I've just like tried different methods over the years, and especially as our lives kind of changed. So now I'm home and he works. So now the way that I meal prep now, I've been doing for probably 2 years, but I
Mhm.
essentially just meal prep as I go. So
Mhm.
when I make dinner, for instance, I don't just make enough for dinner. I make double, sometimes triple, especially of the meat. That way it's in the fridge and easy to grab. It's already cooked and ready to go. So it's not so much like meal prepping anymore. And then Brian's lunches are typically I make enough of dinner to last for his lunch for the next day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Should I cut up the tomatoes?
What was that?
Should I cut up the tomatoes?
I cut my tomatoes in quarters.
Okay.
My tomatoes, I feel like look how huge my grape tomatoes are.
Yeah, mine are pretty big too.
Yes, I cut them in quarters.
Okay.
And then the blueberries I put in whole.
Mhm. So what did you used to do for food before you meal prepped?
What did I do? What?
What did you guys do for food before you started meal prepping?
We ate out a lot. We ate out of like boxed foods, and we I don't know. We didn't eat at home very often.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, we did a lot of eating out. We started meal prepping, I feel like relatively close to the time when we started eating healthier.
Mhm.
It's just changed as the years have gone by.
Yeah.
But like for you work from home, right?
Yeah. Well, for most days, yeah.
Yeah. So being able to like at lunchtime do something like this where you take 15, you know, this will get fast. When I make this salad, it takes me like 10, maybe 15 minutes to make a big one. So if you on Monday went to your kitchen and made a big one of these salads, 10, 15 minutes, had it for lunch that day, then you have that prepped for a
Yeah.
few days, right? And then do it again on Wednesday or Thursday.
Mhm.
And the same with dinner, you know, when you make your chicken or whatever. So yesterday we went out and Brian just grilled a whole family pack of chicken thighs. So we
Mhm.
spiced it up and he grilled the whole pack versus just doing like 1 or 2 for dinner, or you know, 3 or 4 for dinner. So now we have a bunch of chicken thighs in the fridge
Mhm.
ready to go. Okay, I'm gonna cut my chicken since it is ready. That's the thing too, like when you cook chicken, if you're gonna use it like this, I'm gonna use this cubed or shredded or whatever. So I'm gonna cut all of it and then put it back in the container cut.
Mhm.
That way it's ready for me to grab.
Mm.
Yeah, not have to worry about cutting it up every day.
Should I put my chicken in here now, or should I? Oh, you keep
You're
it
fine.
separate?
You're fine. Finish up your salad. Are you
Yeah.
done cutting everything?
Yes, I'm done cutting everything.
Okay, yeah, so then you can open up your garbanzo beans and drain them, or if you're gonna do anything with your chicken, are you gonna cut it up at all?
It's already cut up. It's shredded. So.
Okay. So throw your quinoa or rice or whatever that is in the microwave,
Okay.
in the microwave. Get that cooking, and then we'll open up your garbanzo beans and we'll drain them and rinse them.
Mhm.
So for me, for my kids, a trick that I've learned with chicken and with meat is the smaller I cut it, the more likely they are to eat more of it. Like if I give them big old pieces of it, they kind of don't eat it as well. But if I cut it up small
Yeah.
and it's able to mix in to whatever they're eating easily,
Okay.
they
That makes
seem to be much more willing to eat more of it.
Yeah, my daughter's like that too, so I think I'm gonna actually cut the chicken more. Oh,
Yeah.
because right now it's kind of big, large size.
Oh, let me get my garbanzo beans going. Oh, I already got mine in.
And then do you keep
Okay.
the chicken in a separate, like Tupperware and just add it to your salads?
Yes, I do. Except for what I make for the kids for school.
Yeah.
Or if I'm making it for Brian for lunch, I put that all in. I put it all in the container, chicken and everything, but the big bowl that I keep in the fridge, I keep the chicken separate from the.
Wow.
I'm sure you could probably combine it, but I just haven't. Okay, and then as far as spices go, I typically will do like parsley and mint.
Mhm.
Or sage and mint. It's all personal preference as far as spices go of what you put on it. The rice vinegar is gonna make it sweet,
Mhm.
which is probably why my kids like it. Mint seems to go really well with rice vinegar. I'm out of spices. I'm running out of everything.
And you're putting the spices directly into the salad?
Yeah, so when you read instructions of, you know, people who do this correctly, they combine the vinegar and the olive oil and the spices and whisk it all together and stuff, but I don't know the difference. I just put it all on my salad.
Yeah.
Like,
Who has time for that? Yeah.
For real.
And let's see. 1 tablespoon.
So the vinegar to olive oil ratio should be 1 to 1, and it's maybe 1 to 2 tablespoons, again, just depending on preference. Try it with 1. If it's not, if it needs a little bit more, add a little bit more.
Okay. And I can add the garbanzo beans direct to the salad?
Yeah, so drain them and rinse them.
Okay.
And then put them in the salad. So the salad is giving you a nice combination of veggies and fruit, more veggies than fruit. And the fruits that we're using, the berries are going to be nice and low in sugar, high in vitamins, and then you have the sweetness of the apples. And then the beans are going to give you some good carbs in here. The olive oil is giving you good fats, and then the chicken's obviously giving you good protein. So it's a really well-rounded meal. Oftentimes I like to top mine with walnuts, which I'll grab. And this guy is done. Okay. Aha! Look at that! I opened it up on the first try. Amazing! All my practice is paying off. So for the quinoa or rice or whatever you're using, you might want to let it cool before you add it to the salad. Let it cool just a little bit, but you're only going to use about half to maybe 1 full cup in the salad. So you don't want a ton.
Okay.
Just a little extra for that little extra added consistency, but then also just a little bit more filling with the carbs that it's adding.
Okay.
So once it cools, then you can add that, which will be a little bit. You could dish yourself up a bowl if you wanted to and add some of the rice to your bowl. So for 1 bowl, I'm just adding like this much, not even that much. That's how I measure things. For 1 bowl, I'm just putting like this much in 1 bowl. And then if you want to get all sorts of fancy, you can measure or weigh your chicken. But I would say probably about 3/4 of a cup. Like 5 to 6 ounces. Add that in. Sear it up. Where's Michelle? It's eating time.
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, so and then mix it and then put all the chicken in. No, put the chicken in after. Okay.
Yeah, so measure out like probably 3/4 of a cup, 2/3 to 3/4 of a cup of chicken. Throw that on top. I'm gonna add walnuts.
2/3 of a cup. Okay. And then how much of this? How many cups of this would you put in a bowl, like for 1 serving?
The salad?
Yeah.
For me, it would be about a cup.
A cup. Okay.
About a cup, yeah. And then about 3/4 of a cup of the chicken is what I use. And I would say that quinoa, the amount of quinoa that I use is maybe 1/4 of a cup, maybe. I'm looking at cup measures.
Oh wow, that's a lot of chicken.
Yeah.
Measuring out the chicken, I'm like, that's a lot of chicken. So it's mostly chicken.
Yeah. So, but it's gonna have a really good flavor because it's all gonna mix together, and you're gonna get bites of everything. And
is it 2/3 of a cup of chicken per bowl?
Yeah. So I use 3/4 of a cup. So a little bit more.
Okay.
You can do 2/3.
2/3, and then how much of the salad?
The salad I used about a cup, but you have to remember too.
Okay.
Don't overstuff yourself, right? So if that's too much for you, take that into consideration next time. You just want to make sure that you're getting, adequate amounts of protein in the salad.
Okay.
It looks really good.
Tastes super good.
Yum.
I didn't try my baby bell pepper.
It's so hard.
So good and really healthy.
Wow. Well, it's super good. It's like it's really sweet, the little thing that was inside the pepper.
Mhm.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna put up there some chicken.
One for this. Mm.
Rather than four. I get bored.
Yeah. All right, we got our salad. Looks good.
All right, you guys got your bowls?
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. Nice.
Let me see how yours looks.
Hmm.
What I got? What yours look like? Up higher. Ooh, pretty. Is it yummy?
Mhm. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. Really nice.
And this will make it nice and full, but it won't
Yeah.
it won't weigh you down.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like you'll still feel like light. Right.
Yeah, and let me know. Have your little one try it and let me know what she thinks of it.
Yeah, I think she'll like it. She really likes vinegary stuff. So with the rice vinegar, I think she's gonna like that a lot.
Oh yeah, and the rice vinegar is like nice and sweet too, so I'm sure she will. Yay!
Delicious. Thank
All
you.
right, easy peasy. You're gonna be prepping this every week now?
Yeah.
I am.
I like it. You and Michelle could have a little Monday afternoon
Party.
salad prep.
Yeah.
That sounds
That's
fun.
really good. Thank you.
Awesome. You are welcome. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.